Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something that I don't usually do on the channel, which is go back to a game and kind of get all of the endings that I can. Now, the reason why I don't usually do it on the channel is that I don't like going back to a game and like replaying it. But luckily, I saved literally on the screen that'll get me like a lot of the endings here. So I mean, why not just record the other ones. Confess to the police. So by the way, if you haven't seen the last video, Mind Memory, you should probably watch that before this video. Okay, the truth is the truth and far better or worse. Hannah feels that she has a duty to society to be honest. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay. After all, unimaginable pain and suffering came as a result of the mind closures and the accident. By telling the truth, an avenue towards some sort of closure might be possible for everyone involved. Who's talking in the background? Jesus. Hannah heads to the police headquarters with her confession in hand. The officers are perplexed and confused at first, but after reading her written confession, they start to understand the gravity of what she's revealing. Several senior officers begin making frantic phone calls. Meanwhile, they're like, we finally got her, folks. Meanwhile, Hannah is escorted to an interrogation room. Really? You don't need to go that far. In the interrogation room, Hannah reiterates what she said in her written confession. Her statement is recorded in detail, covering everything that happened on the day of the accident. By the end of the confession, the officers look deeply troubled. They're like, we already sent some poor schmuck to jail for 15 years over this. You're telling me we're going to have to redo all that? To Hannah's surprise, she's not arrested. Hannah's free to leave. A few days later, Hannah receives an unexpected phone call. It's the chief of police. It's like, get out of my town. Interestingly, he wants to meet her, but not at the police station. Alright, well that's red flag number 1. He suggests a casual meeting at a local cafe. That's red flag number 2. Hannah is ordered to keep her lips sealed about the meeting. Believe it or not, red flag number 3. The day of the meeting arrives and the chief, dressed casually in a t-shirt and jeans, greets Hannah warmly. With his stern yet friendly demeanor, he explains the situation to her. I've always loved you, Hannah. Ultimately, the chief tells Hannah that the police have decided not to bring the incident back into the public spotlight. Well, okay. Like, we decided to not do our jobs. Regardless of the validity of Hannah's confession, he explains that public opinion has shifted strongly in favor of the minors over the years. He adds that even if her confession were made public, it would likely be disputed. Confidence in the police has eroded since the accident, and anything perceived as absolving even a small amount of responsibility from the operators or the authority would be outright rejected. What? What dream utopian? What? In all likelihood, Hannah would be seen as someone manipulated by the police to make a confession at best, or as bootlicking traitor to the minors' cause at worst. When has this ever stopped any department? Even if the public believed her confession, the optics of the police framing Hannah, a young girl at the time, as the main culprit would be highly divisive. The thing is, like, they can't really... It's something... Okay, you can bring up the statute of limitations. She was, a minor at the time, I presume. So they can't really jail her now. I don't know. The chief places a hand on Hannah's shoulder and commends her for doing the right thing. I almost, if that ended at places a hand on her hand, I'd be like, that's messed up. However, he states that the incident will remain as it was, buried in the past. Hannah's free to move on. After the meeting, Hannah begins to feel unburdened by the accident. She feels as though she has done everything in her power to reveal the truth. And indeed, she has confessed to the authorities. It is no longer a personal secret. However, a bitter taste lingers in her mouth. It's like Crime and Punishment. Raskolnikov, he commits the murder, right? But his soul yearns for punishment because he doesn't agree with the fact that he killed the person. That's like the punishment, right? I don't know if you've ever read this book, but Raskolnikov kills someone that like everybody hates, right? So he should feel okay with doing it, but after he does it, he's hounded by guilt. So Hannah's hounded by guilt, and she needs punishment because of that. She feels as though justice has been sidelined for the sake of public perception and personal agendas. Lady, did you wake up yesterday? Were you born yesterday? What do you think justice has been? It's not the truth that is important, it's the effect that the truth has on everyone else that is important. Hannah calls Cairo to tell him what happened. In doing so, she feels a deep sense of relief to finally have someone to confide in. Cairo reassures her that she did the right thing and reminds her that it's out of her hands now. She doesn't need to feel responsible for the warped machinations of society. I guess that is true. They decide to meet the following week to commemorate Claude's passing. Although achieving justice for society as a whole seems like a Herculean task, they come to a realization. Justice doesn't have to be grand and domineering. That is also true. The most important justice they can offer for Claude lies in their actions moving forward. After all, if Claude were here today, what would he have wanted? Okay. Compared to the other ending where she tells the family, I feel like the family one is probably the best ending so far. Let's see. Let's look at the other one. Don't confess, move on. Hannah contemplates everything that has happened up to this point. The cycle of anger, hatred, bitterness, and hopelessness. She compares these to the light she glimpsed through Cairo's forgiveness. Hannah realizes that her journey towards self-forgiveness and self-acceptance is just beginning. And also, not confessing means that there's no chance of her going to jail. She also understands that reopening old wounds, whether with the family or the authorities, could reignite patterns of trauma and destruction. Instead, Hannah commits to achieving inner peace first and foremost. She also commits to rekindling her relationship with Cairo and continuing to make Claude proud by working hard and making a positive difference in the city. Hannah decides to quit her job as a loan shark and go back to school. She realizes that there's still a lot of self-growth that she needs to attain. Nevertheless, she carries Claude in her heart and Cairo by her side, beginning her journey one step at a time. Oh, okay, that one's really quick. To be honest, I kind of expected this video to be longer. There is another way of so there is a secret ending. Since the video was so short, I'm gonna see if I can actually get it. It's basically choose all the most egotistical options, and if you do that, you get the secret ending. So I'm gonna see if I can get that. All right. So for example, in this first one, we take the money and take the shoes. No, but please, I realized after I took off Hannah's conversation there that I should probably read these. Shut the fuck up. Give me that. Girl boss. Hannah snatches the $80 out of CK's hands. Not the sneakers. Yes, the sneakers. Hannah swoops the sneakers off the ground and leaves. ... Having finished the collection, Hannah decides to head home for the day. Okay, and then in this case, you choose, weren't you doing pretty much the same thing to CK earlier? That's different, that's work, which I think is what I chose last time. It's how I make a living. What can I say? It's a living. I can't do good impersonations. That was my attempt at sounding like the bird that acts as like the Flintstones remote controller. Oh no, I don't want to leave the dog alone. That's actually the most fucked up decision so far. Go away. The stray runs away back to a dark alleyway. That's messed up. You're right, they're probably trying to take advantage of you, ignore it, by sending you all those letters. Exactly. Yeah, I think that here, if I ignore it and go back to bed, I'll be able to. Yeah, the doorbell rings multiple times throughout the night. Ultimately, a loud thud is heard right outside the door. Damn, another wrong lead. Maybe it was the apartment next door. Cairo never shows up again, and Hannah continues living as she always has. Wait, how would she know that it's Cairo in this reality? However, she still has regular incidences of seeing butterfly hallucinations as she always has. At the same time, her panic-ridden episodes come and go as they always have. Opening the door in the past is always tempting, but some doors are better left closed for good, for better or for worse. Alright. And I'm guessing in that universe, Hannah just goes around stealing sneakers and $80 from everyone she sees. Alright. That was a Mind Memory. With all the endings. To be fair, after playing the last couple of endings, I do think that the family one is the best one so far. I am interested in this developers later games, any new games that they come out, because I love the aesthetic. And I want to see more of it. Hopefully you all want to see more of it too. But thanks for watching. I know it's a short video, but I appreciate it if you watched it to the end, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye. Oh, like and subscribe, comment, all that jazz too as well. Bye.